The Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 102. I'm Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co-host, Joel.
Yep.
A lot to talk about today. Big news happened this week in wrestling. We had, as you can tell by the title of this episode, Mercedes Moné debuted in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The announcement this morning of Money in the Bank being in the UK, plus the whole Vince thing that happened literally just hours ago. A lot to talk about, and obviously much more. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet already. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, literally anywhere that we can be found. Follow us on all the platforms, including the audio streaming platforms that you listen to the audio version, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all those other platforms. So, a lot to unpack here. A lot of big, last 2 days, because Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the Mercedes Moné debut.
Okay.
That was a big debut.
That was big.
Very big.
Crazy that it finally happened. Didn't think it was going to happen for a while there, but then towards the end it was like, okay, she has to.
Yeah.
It was one of those. What was your take on it?
It was good.
As it happened, because I'm sure you were up as it happened.
I mean, I saw it afterwards. I wasn't up.
But
yeah, but I wasn't exactly up. But I caught it afterwards. But I like the way they presented it. I know people were saying that it was kind of sloppy, but I like the way it was presented, because from what I saw from her promo, it was kind of like she was a little bit, slurring her words here and there. But I get maybe it was the nerves. Her first time out of WWE since what, 10 years maybe. Maybe been a long time. Her first time back, she probably felt super nervous in front of a Japanese crowd.
And at the place that she's always wanted to wrestle.
Exactly. She was probably feeling excited too. There was probably a lot of nerves she was going through.
1000%. I thought it was awesome. It was awesome. Great. People always like to take, of course, the negatives from it. But I thought it was an awesome debut. The intro video, her entrance, the promo was dope. The move was a little sloppy, but again, it is what it is. It happens. You know what I mean? It's
her hair was pretty cool.
That was dope as hell. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, her hair was pretty cool. I was like, wow, completely different look.
Yeah.
Completely different look.
It happened really early on the show. I didn't think it was gonna happen that early.
Yeah.
I forgot that they were the second match, the women.
And the thing is with that match too, I felt like the match wasn't even that long either.
Yo, like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It was actually a really good match.
It was. But it happened
more time.
But I guess we were all expecting the Sasha Banks debut, so I guess that. But although the match was good.
Yeah, but now that they see the reaction that they got from that, maybe now they'll be like, we'll give them women more time.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of having Sasha go over there, is to help them out and, you know what I mean, like elevate them. Even though it's not like, they were nothing before her.
Yeah. But
she has that star power that could bring over the fans that don't watch.
Well, of course. Now, it definitely helped with me, though. It definitely helped me with that. Mercedes Moné is a great name, too.
Awesome.
At first, I was like, doesn't Moné have like a T at the end of it or something? Yeah, I didn't catch on to that. I was like, Moné, like, where's the T? Like, I don't get it. And then I finally realized like it's supposed to be money. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. But I was like, that's pretty creative, not gonna lie.
And now she's the CEO. She's no more the boss.
Yeah, not no more the boss. She's CEO.
I mess with that. I like that.
It's a pretty cool gimmick. I like it.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I think she's gonna do really good.
Do you think she'll go back to WWE at some point, though? Do you think she still has hope there, or just permanently gone?
To be honest, not sure.
Okay.
Not sure, because like she probably will end up there. Like, of course, everybody wants her to.
Yeah.
But I don't know, cause it seems like she's looking at WWE like she's done everything there.
Yeah.
She's hit her ceiling. You know what I mean? She was she even main evented Mania.
That is true.
Technically, well, because
it was the first night.
She main evented Mania.
Yeah.
She's won the title. Was the first Iron Women's match, first Hell in a Cell match, first a lot.
Yeah.
So I think she wants to explore what else she can do. Will she come back? Who knows? Because right after she's done with Japan and she hits all the milestones she wants, she might be like, okay, I'm good. I'm off to
Yeah,
Hollywood now. You know what I mean? She might just retire and be like, okay, I'm
that is
happy.
true.
But I'm happy with what I've done. On to the next journey.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying also like directly after this, she might go straight to AEW.
I don't know
Um,
about that.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I don't know. Like, it'll be cool, yes, but it's just I don't know if she's ready for that yet. I'm not saying she's not talented enough for AEW. I'm not saying any of that. It's just
They got to clip you,
she.
Nick. Be careful.
No, because
I'm
it's
fucking
like
with you.
no, trying to be look bad here, bro. But what I'm saying is that like she just got out of her contract with WWE.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% like sold that she's ready for a full commitment yet with another company. Um, she probably wants to do her own thing,
Yeah.
explore her options outside where she has more freedom, which she does in AEW, but she probably like she has a lot more to do outside of that
Oh,
compared to
definitely.
just limited to just Japan, Mexico, and that's it. So I'm pretty sure she's probably doing that until maybe I'm saying that maybe later on in the year she may be fully committed until she's ready to be like, okay, now I want to see what AEW can offer since they have a great division over there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So then maybe in like I would say like maybe in like 3 to 5 years she'll probably make her way back to WWE. Maybe she would want to retire there to be like, let
Oh
me just
yeah.
have one last run. Let me
Yeah.
have another championship run, win the Royal Rumble, something like that.
Yeah. That is
Headline
true.
WrestleMania again, then retire like after she loses the championship. So that way she can go on to Hollywood and do that because she's
Makes
still pretty
sense.
young. She's
Yeah.
still pretty young.
Yeah. She's young.
She's 31.
Yeah.
That's still young. She has a lot of time to wrestle and then get straight
That's
into Hollywood.
super young. AJ
Yeah,
got signed at 38.
yeah, exactly,
Come on.
exactly. She may want to have like she may have like 10 years left, and
Yeah.
then she'll
She's got
probably
so much time to play with.
yeah,
She's chilling. I
and
think
she
this is.
can do Hollywood at any age too. There's
Yeah.
no limit in Hollywood. It's not like wrestling where your body's on the line every night.
Very true.
It's Hollywood we act. She's a great actor. I think. I don't know, but
Yeah. I
she
know
definitely
she's
has
a.
time there.
Yeah. I think she's gonna kill it. She kills it in whatever she does. She's in the Mandalorian, right? Like the Star
I
Wars
think
show.
so. Yeah, she's one of those big shows.
Yeah.
Star Wars. Yeah, and then she also does fashion stuff,
So she's
and
in the bag, man.
she is.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, for real.
Now
Shout out
let's
there.
see what happens in New Japan.
I think she'll win the title. I think her versus Kyrie is happening next month.
Yeah,
So I think
the February LA show.
I thought it was in San Antonio,
No,
Texas,
no,
or San Diego.
San Jose, I think.
San Jose. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I thought it was in San Antonio for some reason. I read San Antonio,
I only know
but
it's Cali because that's the only place New Japan has been running.
yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, because they have a LA like a LA dojo. I think.
Yeah, and they have the New Japan Strong going on.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that is
shout
true.
out New Japan, man. They put on one hell of a show.
They did. They did. Let me ask you
FTO,
something about that though.
what's up?
Match of the night. What was it for you?
For me, match of the night. That's a tough one. There was
Yeah.
there was a couple. I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, Kenny and Osprey." Cool, right? If you want the spots, right? If you want the spots, that's your match to watch.
Yeah.
Right? If you want a storytelling match, Okada and White is the match to watch. I think those were the top two matches of the night. I think also the tag match, both tag matches were awesome. I'm trying to think of the other match. I was like, whoa, this was damn, I can't think of it right now. Oh,
Anderson's match.
dope match. Not up there though, but it was a there wasn't I think there was only like one match I was like, okay, this is going on a little too long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than that, all the matches were awesome. I feel like the pay-per-view flew by. Even though it was fucking 7 o'clock in the morning when it ended.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like it went smooth. But yeah, I personally Jay White and Okada, I think was the match of the night.
Okay. I
How
was
about
gonna
you?
say for me it was like you mentioned it perfectly. I think this for me it was a spot that happened during the Osprey Omega match.
Oh, it was awesome.
It
I'm
was
not.
cool.
It was
it was awesome
ridiculous.
because they brought back. It was basically like Kenny Omega going back in New Japan. That moment, they brought back his style of
Yeah.
Japanese wrestling. I think that promo that Will Ospreay cut beforehand, there was a
Ooh.
press conference. That
Yep.
was he went, and I think that added more story to it and
Yeah. Most
drew me into
definitely. Yeah.
watching that match.
Definitely.
And the
'Cause-
thing is, like, I think it has been a while since Ospreay, not Ospreay, sorry, Omega had a singles match because from what I
You're
remember, it's
right.
like he came back from his injury with the trios tournament in AEW. He had the whole suspension thing, and then came back in the trios picture.
And been the best of 7.
Exactly, and then
When was his last?
I think is when he lost the AEW World Title last year. That's a while.
Yeah.
That is
And
a
what a
while.
show did he put on? Like
I know, and I'm people are you upset that he won the IWGP United States Championship, and a lot of people were mad at that.
I thought Osprey should have won,
Yeah,
but I understand it's Kenny Omega. You know what I mean? He's gonna carry that around in the States. I do think if this is like down the line, we're gonna get the Elite versus Aussie Open for the 3-way belt.
yeah,
So I think that's all leading to that, and then a rematch down the line with Osprey and Omega.
yeah. I think so too. That's
Because it
a
just makes sense the way to do that. I thought that was a mistake. I thought they should have gave it to Osprey and Jay White. This is the third year in a row. I
where you
feel
lost at
like,
Wrestle Kingdom.
yeah, I feel like this should have been a year. This should have been a year.
I
Especially
felt like
like
it too.
the
I felt like
momentum
it.
he's had. He should have won.
Yeah.
And now this brings me to my next question. Did you watch or see any news about New Year's Dash that happened last night?
Wasn't it like him versus Hikuleo, loser leaves New Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not sure where this is happening. Might happen at Wrestle Kingdom. Uh, I don't know what they're calling it. Night 2, I guess.
When is it happening? I'm not sure when that's
The
happening.
16th.
The 16th? Okay. Okay. That's in
Is
obviously Japan, right? It's
uh-huh.
okay.
Did WWE swoop in and sign Jay White?
I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I do find that weird
Because I
how
was like,
he
why would they have him lose? I was like, he's had all this momentum this whole year. Bullet Club is finally the strongest it has been since the Elite has left and the shambles that they left it in. Why would you have him lose? So
and
then
that
I
is
thought about it, and then the next night that happens, I was like, homie might be out.
I don't know because I don't see him. I'm not gonna be that person to
And
be like,
where's
oh
Hikalea going if he loses? Right, that's his name.
yeah. I mean, I don't see
Hikalea.
him winning because I don't see him winning that match.
I
It
don't
has to
know.
be
He
Jay
was
White.
beating his ass in the 3-on-3 match at New Year's Dash. It's because he
I,
turned on Bullet Club and
yeah,
attacked Jay White. That's the whole story behind it. And they've been leading up to this, like, low
for a
key. They've
while.
been throwing
Yeah,
shots at each other.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if he's actually going. I mean, I'm not. I don't know how he's gonna.
Or did this dude get signed by AEW? Because he's been on. He worked with them for a little bit. Did they
That's what
swoop
I was
him
gonna
up?
say. He's probably going to AEW, not WWE. Makes sense
Yeah,
to
I
go
don't
there
know.
than to maybe I don't know because I don't know how that match is gonna play out though. Wouldn't make sense for Jay White to lose, but it does make sense if he lost the title. So
If he's leaving, it makes sense why the main event went the way it did.
yeah,
If he stays, I don't know what the
the
thought
reason was behind
process
that.
was.
Yeah,
Have the crowd go home happy because
I
the
guess
babyface one. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah,
Because I
pull a
think
John Cena move.
I think 1 year you can have the heel win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like 1 year.
yeah. It's fine. And yeah,
It's
I don't know.
okay.
It is questionable. It is a questionable decision, but I WWE. I don't think he'll be going there. If anything, if he does leave and lose that match, I think he'll probably go to AEW. If anything,
I don't know,
that'd probably be the
man.
better option for him to go to, unless
Oh,
they do have
of
a
course, a
plan.
better option.
Unless they do have like a plan for him. Unless they do plan on having like a Bullet Club invasion in WWE. I don't know. Maybe they have. I mean, Triple H probably has something big up his sleeve. I don't know. if they do plan on signing Jay White, they have to do something big going into it instead of pulling like another AJ moment when he debuted after his New Japan run in 2015, 2016. So if anything, just if they do plan on doing that, make it big instead of just
shock the world.
Shock the world.
Have him eliminate Cody and win the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be the smartest move, but that would be a shock the world. Yeah, that'd be a shocker. Yeah.
Wouldn't be the smartest move. This guy has held.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that in a way. Like,
no, I know what you mean, but watch, right? This guy's been holding the belt, right, from New Japan.
Yeah.
You can, like, you already have a partnership with New Japan. You know what I mean? Like, you did the Carl Anderson thing.
Yeah.
And they've been like leading up to I don't know. I feel like they're working with New Japan in some type of way, some type of action. Like, they can use film. They could show, like, he's been killing it in New Japan for the last couple years. He's been there. He's been, like, the top heel of the company. Use that as him coming into WWE and just trying to take over.
Yeah.
The storylines you can have if he... Because it'll be a whole, like... I don't even know what you would call it, right? Because we talked about this last week. If you have Cody win, he really has nobody to go against because he's a babyface.
Yeah.
And he was injured for most of the year. If you have an outsider come in, an outsider, real outsider, not like Cody because Cody was there before, a real outsider come in, win the Rumble, beat the guy that's been holding the belt for 3 years, and then show up the night after Mania and say, why didn't I sign here sooner? This is the easiest company to win a belt in. Yeah. Now you got a big ass heel on your hands. Anybody could feud with him because he's a heel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even other heels, because they could do the same thing with Cole. You can't just come in here and think you run the show. You could be like, oh yeah, I think I could. I won the Rumble.
Yeah.
And I just won your belt.
Yeah.
Both belts. Like,
that is true. Would you have
WWE
Club?
Hire me, baby, hire me. and low key, when Good Brothers got signed, right?
Yeah.
That was when Jay White did that whole promo shouting them out. I told you we're gonna have Bullet Club in every company for the going into the next year. What if that was just a ploy and AJ's injured right now, but maybe the whole plan was to get Jay White to go in there, have the OC turn on him, have the storyline like, oh, we just got in here to help get Jay White in. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean,
like I said, WWE hire me, hit me up because
I was gonna ask, like, would you involve Bullet Club in this whole storyline of like not Good Brothers, like of everyone else outside of WWE to come in and join? Maybe you don't even have show their faces. Maybe you have them there. Maybe they come in masks. They attack the Usos. They attack Sammy Solo, and they distract Roman. That's how Jay White wins. But we don't see them ever again.
Nah, you would probably just do the OC.
Or and OC. Like maybe they try to convince AJ to help too. But help.
And maybe this is a thing now. AJ's out, right?
He's out.
We forgot to talk. We were going to talk about, but it's already in the conversation now. AJ broke his ankle.
Yeah,
which is so crazy to me because if you think about it in his career, the man's never been injured. It's been
I was gonna say I don't remember him being injured.
Like, I was reading this article and they were like, "Yeah, this is like his big real
injury
of his career," and I was like,
it's only an ankle injury. It's not like he tore his ACL. It's only ankle. Maybe like what 3-4 months he might be out.
Yeah.
Maybe he just come back barely in time for Mania.
Yeah, maybe if they push it that way, I would I was gonna say push it to the summer, which that's another thing. But hold on, before we get to that, maybe you have the OC just help Jay White. You know what I mean? And then when AJ's ready to come back, you got a storyline waiting for him.
Exactly.
Kind of like they kind of did with Finn already, but like now with Triple H leading the charge of creative, come on. You could do a better, because they try to do the AJ and Finn with the OC and kind of feuding, but now like going full-fledged in with it, having Triple H behind it, the new creative team they got, you can make some magic.
AJ and Seth got hurt. That's also a bummer. That's a big one too.
They threw up
the X.
That X. That was my Royal Rumble pick.
Yeah, but it sucks. Both of them got hurt. It's
Well, hopefully, fast recoveries
yeah.
for both of them. That
Hopefully it's not
sucks.
too serious, but it's like 9 to 11 months. It's like hopefully it's like maybe just in time for Mania, maybe around after Mania.
Yeah.
But I hope it's nothing too serious. For it. But it is sucks. It's bad timing. I don't wish any injuries on anybody, but it's
No,
also
yeah,
bad
that
timing for that because it's just in time for Mania season. So it sucks that they both have to get injured at this time. It really sucks.
yeah,
But
that was a
I do
bad
agree with that. I think Jay White, back to the Jay White point, like I think that would be a great and perfect setup for him to
and
enter.
he got the
It's someone who they have history with too, outside of WWE.
yeah,
It makes sense
and he just
to
got the
do that.
WWE look to him that I think he would work perfectly.
He'll probably get the AJ treatment from the beginning, but probably even better because I think with AJ Styles, it's kind of I
Hmm.
guess you could say it's I don't want to say a problem, like maybe like a little bit of an issue where it's like the WWE fans know who he is. Like
Yeah, because I
if
was
they
gonna say
bring him in,
you ever seen the clip of Vince that he didn't think AJ was gonna get a reaction, and then when he did, was just surprised. What are you surprised about, homie? Is AJ
yeah,
Styles?
true, that is true. But it's, I mean, I don't want to compare them both, but it's like it's also like if you bring in Jay White at 30, is it gonna get the same big pop? Or at number one, number two, will it be the same pop if he enters the Rumble, right? As
I
AJ,
I
will
think
it be the
so
same? Because
because
if you take a look at the levels between AJ and Jay White, like
uh,
Jay White now and AJ back then, who
yeah,
had the bigger like stardom at that point?
well AJ because he
Yeah,
had all those years in TNA under his belt. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So people knew him. So when he got to Japan, it was a big deal. I think it was a bigger deal when he got to Japan than when he signed with WWE because Japan came out of nowhere. And then he just showed up in a leather jacket, hit a Styles clash. I was like, no fucking way, that's AJ.
yeah,
Turned out to be AJ Styles. With the Rumble, still surprising, but it's kind of everybody kind of knew. They had already announced
hmm
they both were leaving New Japan. Like him and Shinsuke were leaving, so it's kind of like just waiting for it.
yeah,
So it was still a big moment, but I think him going to Japan was bigger. But like I said, he had the bigger power there, and also a lot a lot more people watching New Japan at that time.
yeah,
That was like that was like one of those moments in wrestling that New Japan was like getting a lot of American audience. I'm sure they still do, but it was at that time that Bullet Club was at its peak. That just you couldn't go to a show without a Bullet Club shirt being worn.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You saw at least three.
yeah.
It's
That is
just
true.
one of those things. So like, I think Jay White does have that stardom. In the U.S., not sure.
Yeah,
Overseas, 1,000%. I don't know why he doesn't here in the states. I guess what also helped AJ stay relevant, not relevant, but yeah, I would say relevant in the U.S. was the working agreement between Ring of Honor and New Japan
yeah,
that they would do pay-per-views together every 3 months. They would get booked on regular shows. There was a time he was the IWGP champion and I think Ring of Honor world champion,
maybe
I believe. Or he had just lost one and then won the other and would
something like
show
that.
up on with the other belt. It's just AJ was that fucking guy. What
Yeah,
hurts Jay White is Ring of Honor's not the Ring of Honor it was before. It's not having shows every week and pay per views every month. And AEW, he's there, here, and there. He'll make appearances.
yeah,
So people know him, but might not be like, oh, yo, Jay White, you see what he could do in the ring? It's different. They
yeah.
just know him as a character that's been on their
On AEW,
television on the other channel.
exactly.
But also, he was on Impact too, so who knows? Maybe I'm downplaying the wrestling community right now. Maybe everybody loves Jay White. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I love Jay White. I
I
do.
do too, yeah.
So
And I
I think,
think they just gotta like have his name. I don't want to say build up because he's already a star, but it's like at least get him like do something in the states first to get his name like be
yeah,
like or
I,
something trending on social media to be like, oh, Jay White's doing this over here. So that way, if you don't know him through wrestling, you may see his name all over Twitter, Instagram,
that's
whatever, to be like, okay, cool.
that's
Now
true.
I know who
Yeah,
he is.
I don't know. I
But I
feel like he
think they
would get a
should.
reaction though.
Yeah.
I feel like pay-per-views like that, like the big four, there's people that are traveling in,
Yeah.
right? So you got a lot of fans that are watching, like, those are like the diehard fans. But you get from both realms. You get diehard WWE and then
Yeah.
diehard just pro wrestling fans. So I think he would get a crazy pop if like
For
music
sure.
started playing and just a video went up with like a cut switchblade arrow. I think
Yeah.
place would go nuts.
That would be good. That would be cool to do.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. He would get a reaction, and it's just about using him right.
Yeah.
I'm nervous because I've seen all the people that have gotten re-signed, and it's like, not really doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like we
Yeah.
talked about, I had big hopes for Cross, and like,
Nothing
yeah,
happened.
what's he doing? What's
Yeah.
he doing?
Really, what is he doing? I don't even know what he's doing, honestly. But yeah, I understand that. As long as they do hype it up, like not prior, but like during, like you said, the switchblade, maybe like lights go off, maybe he just enters the ring without even an entrance.
Yeah.
Uh, what
What
was
was that?
previous? The only positive is that with AJ and Seth out, it's going to be forced WWE to bring up some more talent to take their spot. I mean,
Who's
for
gonna bring
sure.
up?
I mean, there's definitely people who they're already trying to bring up, anyways. I mean, I think who would it be? Like Kevin Owens already stepping up a lot, even though he's been in this feud for a while. I mean, like calling up in terms of like
I
bringing
think
up
NXT he's talking about.
NXT. Um,
But like, who would you?
I would probably say Carmelo Hayes. He's
I don't
talented
know
in the
why he's.
ring.
I don't know why he's up. He's not up there.
Exactly.
He
I
should have
mean,
been up there after the last WrestleMania, even before WrestleMania.
yeah, yeah. Um, I think it's just Carmelo Hayes would definitely be perfect because he already has a character. It's just I said this once in the past for him. It's like Trick Williams is holding him back. I think they're waiting for that
Yeah,
to.
you have
Not,
said that.
I think they're waiting
No,
for
I
him to
remember
do
you said
something,
that. Yeah.
and then I think that's why they're keeping him down there to be like, we need you to help him build him up more, eventually to get him away from you. Then he can go to the main roster because really he doesn't really need the NXT championship, but I think it'd be cool if you just send him up without that because he's already talented. He's already proven that he's worth the main roster.
Yeah.
I know people might get confused with his Mania season, but he could definitely step up and be involved in something.
Yeah,
But
I think so.
yeah,
I think he's been ready.
me too. He's been ready. He's a fan favorite of mine.
I thought you were gonna say this dude that's feuding with Breaker. Grayson.
Well, Grayson Waller. Oh, he's also ready. I think he's also ready.
I can't. I don't know.
He's
I can't get
because
sold on him.
He's like, I know people are comparing him. He's like a younger Miz, literally younger Miz. It's just he can get you pissed off easily, and he's great at what he does. He's a natural heel. He's someone that you can get pissed off. He's all over social media just doing stuff to get people to hate him, and it's cool. He could definitely do something big if he's given the opportunity to. Like this whole Braun Breaker thing, I think it's happening too quickly. He already has his title match next week. Should have been at the next takeover, but if you give him a long length feud, give him something to do, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
If someone could be in the ring to help him cut his promos or have a great promo battle with, he'll do fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about him. He's kind of like a Loomis to me. I just don't get it. Maybe I don't know. I just like
It takes time.
like I don't know about this guy. Then I saw a clip of him. He was like, "Yeah, look at my stunner." I was like, "That's."
I mean, he's great in the ring, though. He's great in the ring.
Good. Yeah, he's good in the ring. I can't talk shit about his in-ring skill. I don't know.
He's great.
I think it's his character. I don't know.
He said not even NXT, but they have so much talent that's floating around, like Judgment Day, The Miz, Joel's twin, Bronson Reed, Dexter Lumen. That's
a good one.
That's perfect.
That's a good one. Oh yeah, I forgot he's there now.
Yeah.
Yo, Priest.
Priest is
I
awesome.
told you last episode you gotta start using him. Priest, man.
And they have to.
What is he doing?
Exactly. I know.
Nothing.
The thing is,
this man is ridiculous in the ring. Get him in something.
Yeah, I think he'll be. he could be also a step up against, but again, both of them baby faces. I was gonna say either Seth or AJ, but they're both injured. But I was gonna say, now that I think about it, the United States leads into our next topic. If you want to transition to that, is the Money in the Bank going to the UK?
Let's talk about that real quick.
I'm although I wanted the Money in the Bank matches at Mania, I'm glad they're giving it at least another year to, I think, officially move the pay-per-view. I said this last episode, how I kind of wanted the ladder matches to go one more year as like an Intercontinental or United States Championship ladder match. I hope they do that with either belt. If they're doing it with the United States Championship, put Priest in it. If they're doing it with the IC belt, do the same exact match as they did in the house show the other week, where it was, I think, Gunther, Escobar, Kofi, Ricochet, and somebody else. I can't think of the name, but I'm glad they transitioned the Money in the Bank for at least another year. I hope.
Really, I was mad about it.
You were mad about it?
Yo, you have 2 nights to fill.
Yeah.
Let's just throw both Money in the Bank matches one night. The women main event, night 1, put the Money in the Bank on that night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then do it like that. I hate that it has its own pay-per-view. I was like, are you kidding me? And then in the UK?
Yeah.
He said, why not just give them SummerSlam? Just give them SummerSlam already.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
To turn Priest face, turn AJ into OC heel, keep Finn heel, Jay White returns, boom, you have the Bullet Club running WWE. That is not a bad idea. I mean, they could just keep Dominic and Rhea doing the same thing. They don't really need the Judgment Day, because the Judgment Day, I think Rhea and Dom Sting are completely fine the way it is. Keep them a duo, obnoxious as they are. Rhea could do her thing by herself. Dominic could probably just stay the way he is, his character. Priest can be a babyface. People love him.
Needs to win the Rumble.
That's what I was gonna say. She needs the Rumble. She's one of my picks for the Rumble, which we'll get into our prediction video. But
yeah, even though I did see something, they were like, "Oh, she's gonna fight for the belt." I was like,
against Ronda. You saw that one?
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Shout out Ronda, man.
She lost her belt.
Tough out here.
But
tough out here for a pimp.
Yeah. But it's gonna be in the UK, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So I don't know.
That also, like, gonna make me watch. Is it a Saturday?
Yeah, so it's gonna be like early in the day.
Summer.
Yeah. I know it's weird, but it's like I guess I think that's gonna give it a different feel to it. I love UK crowds.
Of course.
And I think with their energy, and especially in the ladder match, I think that would be probably a great. It goes together. The way I see it, I think this will go well, just like peanut butter and jelly. Wrestling crowds in the UK, extreme matches, they go together. I think that's how I see it. Okay. If it doesn't work out, then maybe it was a bust. But
and where is this happening?
Somewhere in the UK. They said the UK. Yeah.
They just said the UK.
It could be in like Ireland. I don't know. But and yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay.
The only thing that I'm kind of worried about is I hope they don't give it away to somebody who is from the UK just because it's there.
I mean, didn't you watch Clash at the Castle?
Yeah,
they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care if they're from there. They could care less. You kidding me? I did see a lot of people say McIntyre winning Money in the Bank confirmed.
Or Sheamus confirmed. And it's like, come on, it could be anybody else, but
give it to Butch, man.
Give it to Butch, yes.
Give it to Butch.
Let him go solo.
Yeah. I like Priest, man. I like Priest.
Yeah,
they gotta start using him more.
They do. I mean, his best work was when he was face. I mean, I like him as a heel now, but it's like
he has the look for a heel.
He does. He has. That's what I was gonna say.
He's a heel, but like they haven't
done anything,
but not really. Yeah, they're not really doing anything. They've just been attacking one person.
Exactly, and they have nothing. They've been in the same feud for like months already, and it's like you can move on. You can literally move on from it. So I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know what they're waiting for. But as long as if they put him, that's what I'm saying. Put the United States Championship in a ladder match for Mania. I mean, they could put him in a storyline there, have him tie up for that. he could definitely be someone who could win it,
Yeah.
if anything. So that way you can give him some type of work after that instead of just being behind Finn the entire time.
True.
Because I agree, I think the Judgment Day are kind of like going downhill from here. I don't see it
Yeah.
working.
I mean, I didn't think it was gonna work from the start.
Yeah.
Especially once they kicked Edge out, it was like, okay, there's no real like leader here.
Yeah.
Like Finn was kind of the leader, but not really. It's like it was just weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as long as they, and I do agree with the what Mike said about JY and all them returning to have a Bullet Club reunion type thing. I think that would be much bigger than what it looks like, because then you have literally 3 Bullet Club leaders in one faction. 3 out of the 4. That's insane.
Then what do you do?
There is no leader.
Who goes after what belt? Who gets
Could be any of
priority
them.
for the world title?
Maybe you have like something.
Always in a group, there's one that has like definitive advantage for the world title over the others. Would it be AJ? Because he's been there, like he has the most experience.
Maybe. Would
unless you put Cody in that group.
Oh, maybe. No, Cody. No, not Cody.
Yeah.
Probably he would be the first person to feud with. Maybe he has his own group. I mean, he forms something there.
They could just beat him up and say, "Thanks for fucking up Bullet Club, homie." Jumped on the wagon and then fucked it up. Maybe that's why I hold a grudge against him. Maybe it's because of that he fucked it all up. Yo.
Yeah.
Why do the Wolfpack storyline if it didn't work the first time?
Yeah. I get it.
Sorry, I know it's off topic, but I just needed to get that out.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, just be like, yo, just fucking beat him around for doing that shit. He deserves it. Have him lose to each member slowly every week.
A1 against AJ, then Finn, then Good Brothers.
and then WWE will fight back and do like a fucking 6-on-1 and have him win.
Like 6-on-1 handicap match. Like that one that was like the graphic is like every the Raw roster versus Cody.
Facts. Yo, who did?
For sure, Mike. I hit you up, Mikey. I'll DM you later.
Oh, facts. Yeah.
Yeah, do Royal Rumble for sure.
Was it Reigns that they did that with? That was like 20 on 1 or something.
I think it was
Who was
it recently or
it
might have been recent. I think it was on like a SmackDown or something, right? I feel like you're right about that. I feel like that happened recently, but I know there was one time like a couple of years ago when there was a Shield versus the Raw roster.
Oh yes, I remember that.
But I think Roman might have done it recently too. I could be wrong, but I feel like he also did it recently. I also could be wrong.
Damn, nothing comes up. This shit's... Come on, Google. But yeah, I feel like that's happened.
Maybe, but did you hear the news about like them splitting the titles?
What about it?
They might split it up. I don't know if they are doing it, but that's been the plan for a while. I don't know when they're going to start it.
So how are they going to do it? I want to see how this rolls out.
The best way that I can think about how they can split up the titles is this might make the most sense instead of like, just saying, oh, we're going to strip one of them from Roman. I think the best way to do it is because recently, the past couple of weeks, Usos, the Bloodline, besides Roman, have been attacking Raw.
Yeah.
The best way I could see it is like maybe you have them. Yeah, like Pierce, they come out again next week on Raw. And then Pierce gets tight. Like, oh, I'm going to fine you all. You guys going to get suspended, blah, 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 all that stuff. Then the week after that, they do it again. They come out. They're like, we already paid the fine. We don't care. Yeah. They do it again. Then Sammy comes out like, yo, I Roman didn't tell us this time, but I wanted to do it again to prove myself. Then I'm a great honorary Us or full Uso. I don't know what he is now. But then they do that again. Then Pierce probably comes out as like, oh, because you didn't, follow the suspension rules, you got to punish you guys somehow. Then they probably, since Roman started it, technically, I think they gave the reason that Roman started. They told him to do it. And they're like, you know what? We're going to strip Roman out of one of his titles because you guys cost him that. it's your fault. You guys did it to him, and then that gets ties into like the
I wouldn't be mad at that.
yeah, and then
I wouldn't be mad at
they
that.
give him till the Rumble to decide which one you're gonna give up, like either WWE and Universal. And then maybe he gives up the WWE one because he held the Universal one for the longest. And then I was thinking like maybe they do and then Pierce announces like, oh, after the Rumble, there's gonna be like an 8-man tournament where the winner wins the vacant WWE Championship, but the final takes place at Mania. But then
I
you
was
have
gonna
Cody.
say just have the last two people in the Rumble fight for the belt.
No, because I was gonna say like that's when you have Cody win the Rumble. Then you
Okay.
have him come out and be like, I just spoke with Adam Pierce. We both agreed that we're gonna change the rules of the tournament. Instead of the winner, because he wants in on the tournament, maybe like instead of the finals at Mania, the winner faces me at Mania, and the
Night
winner of that
two.
match, the winner of
Night
that match
two. Okay.
wins the WWE Championship. So that way, it's like
Okay.
then it ends up being Seth. So it's Seth versus Cody at Mania for the vacant WWE Championship.
Got you.
And that's
Wouldn't
how
be
they do
mad
it.
at that. But then what would you do with Roman?
It's now the Universal Championship.
Who
You
you
probably
giving?
have
Oh,
somebody. Probably the
if
Rock comes
Rock,
back. Yeah.
if Rock happens, I can see
Maybe
that.
he enters the Rumble, then he loses. He doesn't have to win. I think it's the moment of him coming out of the Rumble that'd be a bigger deal than him winning it. Because again, I don't think it would make sense for him to win it. I personally don't think it makes sense to win it. He
Wait,
could
with
definitely
who?
build it out some other way.
Who? The Rock?
The Rock, yeah.
Oh, if he wins the Rumble, no
I will
bueno.
fly to San Antonio and
No
I will riot.
bueno, man. It will get a pop though for the
Yeah,
first like minute, and then be like, ooh,
bad choice. Bad choice.
yeah. Like it was bad when Roman won and they had The Rock in the ring
They try to
and
save it.
still couldn't get cheers.
Yeah.
You tried your best. And the fans said, fuck you, basically.
For sure.
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah.
That
actually
was
not
terrible.
bad at the idea though.
I
Oh,
know
that was the worst decision they made in a Rumble. I feel like the last couple Rumbles are like, there
they were
hasn't been
okay.
one that's really like, yo, you gotta watch this Rumble from this past year. You know what I mean? Like there hasn't been any.
I think the best two I can think of probably the 2018 Rumble when Shinsuke won it.
Yes.
That was a good one, and then maybe the 2021, yeah, the one where Drew won it,
When they
where
just came back.
Edge came back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was also a good one. I think those are the two best ones. The 2021 one, when it was just in Thunderdome, that was weird because there was no one there, so it wasn't really any good reactions.
3, 2, 1. You didn't. What do you mean no reactions?
The fake ones, besides the fake ones.
You didn't see the people on the screens?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, but the noises were like not genuine. I feel like how do you get? I think there was added on.
No shot. Yeah, 100%.
But it's like it would and feel genuine. That's why I didn't like it. But then last year's who won this year? No, in 2022, I can't think of it anymore. Wasn't it? Oh, Ronda and Brock. That one didn't feel. Those are weird.
Yeah,
Brock. I try to forget those two rumbles. Those rumbles weren't the best of the best. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Tough.
But I think the 2018 one and 2021 were the best ones that have passed.
I did 2018. Yeah, 2018 was fire. Can't really remember the 2021.
Yeah, that was.
I only remember like that moment.
That was when Brock was eliminating everybody, and then Drew came in and eliminated him.
And the place went nuts.
Yeah. Okay. That's how Rumble should be. The reactions to those are going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I think this year's might be just like that. Maybe, I hope. But and then even the women's were like slowly getting there. Some were good. It's only been like 5, I think. So
yeah,
they're still trying to work those up.
The women's are.
But the thing with the women's,
they'll get it.
Yeah, the thing with the women's Royal Rumbles is that they use the same legends every time. So kind of we can already predict who half the Rumble competitors are going to be.
Yeah, that is
so it's
true.
Like they try to use different ones. Then okay.
Even though WWE hasn't really been using them like they used to.
Yeah.
They used to come out more often than they do now. I think it's just now they got such a big roster. It's like
they could use most of them now.
Yeah, and they'll have like one NXT person in it.
That's they should take advantage of that too. NXT surprises would be cool to see someone in there, like maybe a Braun Breaker in the men's Royal Rumble. That would be a
Yeah.
great surprise. But yeah, the
Imagine
women's
having
one they could
somebody.
definitely add into it.
Imagine having somebody being called up that way. Like they just come
I
out and
don't.
win the Rumble.
Winning the Rumble, yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking, yeah,
like that. Like you don't really know that's their call up, but then they win it. You're like,
yeah. What?
all right, cool, cool. But it has to
That's
be somebody
yeah,
dope. You
yeah,
can't just have Grayson come out, eliminate Cody, and I'm gonna be like,
yeah. That didn't make sense.
what?
But if they do it like Braun Breaker would be fine to win it. Like
Yeah.
if that'd be cool. Um, yeah. But even if Mandy won it, that would have been a perfect one for Mandy to win. If she was still signed, that would have been a great person to win this year's Rumble.
Yeah.
Especially, even though she was already on the main roster, it wouldn't be a debut; it'd be a return. But it'll still be a great call up from NXT to
the
main
place
roster.
would go nuts. Come on.
Yeah.
She was the hottest thing going on NXT, like in the women's division.
Yeah.
That was still a bad choice.
I know.
But she made guap though. Did you see they posted her? She was
what? $1 million. She hit $1 million
in a month.
Dang.
What?
Oh my god. That's insane. Good for her though.
Ridiculous.
Good for her.
So crazy. Shout out to her.
Good for her though. That's cool.
Wow.
That's sick. I guess what's it called? Fan time?
I think.
It's
like the other thing that's not OnlyFans.
Yeah, really. The not OnlyFans one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When I saw that post, I was like, wow, like people supported her. Like
yeah, people are supporting her for real.
It's nuts, bro. WWE messed up.
Subscribe.
How you built her up for so long and then do that shit?
I know. That's so stupid. Always gets me mad. Always
makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense.
But on other news that happened right before we started,
what we got?
Vince looking at a return. Seemed like it might happen now. What are your thoughts on that? I know you got stuff to say about Vince returning.
Oh, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I said, it's probably been happening already. We just don't know it.
Exactly. I had a feeling it was going to happen. I feel like him retiring was just going to be temporary.
Yeah.
It
makes sense. He wants to come back to sell it.
Yeah.
Like
he wants to sell it again. And he said he's literally saying, I'm going to sell it and then hopefully get hired again. And it's like you're literally just putting yourself in a position to either way you're returning.
But you know what's crazy? If you buy WWE, right, as a company or something, who would you want in charge of it? Maybe the guy that's been running it for fucking 60 years?
Yeah. I don't know. But
you gotta make sure you have a good PR team to go against it. But it's not far-fetched.
It isn't.
I could see it happening.
He's probably going to sell it to somebody that he knows. It's like, oh, I know you close enough. Now you're the owner of WWE.
Like when we had Trump Raw, and they were like, Trump Monday Night Raw. I totally forgot about that till just now.
I know.
I saw a clip of it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I forgot this happened.
And the feud with Lashley.
Yeah.
All that.
What a time. Yeah, maybe he sells it to one of his billionaire friends, and they're like, all right, here.
Yeah. And now hire me again.
I bought it from you.
Yeah.
I'll run it. Like, just so rich people know what they do, so their name's not on it.
Exactly.
So it looks like it's sold, but it's not.
But then he's still working. It's like, I want.
But it's not even like really sold. It's just a new name on it. And you're funding money through each other. It's just. If he sells it to like another billionaire, I'm going to say Vince just rebought his company and put himself in charge.
Exactly. And he's literally setting himself up to go back to work. It's his way to scheming his way back to the company. It's like, I'll sell it to you.
Crazy, it's gonna fucking work too. That's what's crazy about it.
Yeah, it's going to happen. That's the bad part. It's like,
how are you? He be killing. Yo, shout out to Vince, man. He knows loopholes.
He schemed everybody to wait and get his way back. He schemed all of us.
Yep.
I thought you were just gonna come back and just be like, "Oh, let me just work this for a couple months."
We knew the company needed to be sold.
Right? Oh yeah,
because he even talked about it. I forgot what interview he did that he was like, "I don't even feel like I could leave it to my children." So we knew It wasn't gonna be left to Triple H and Stephanie.
And that was even shocking. The most shocking part is that he's not even. I assumed he would have passed it down. Shane left last year, but
yeah,
I thought he would have at least handed it down to Stephanie. Like, you could run this over. You and Triple H know how to run things, but I guess not.
No, he don't trust them. You don't trust them.
The thing is, because he has his own. It's like he thinks he has a better vision. He thinks he has a better vision.
Yo, he's been running that company for 60 years.
But recently it hasn't been the best, and I think he doesn't know that.
They've been running it for what, 6 months?
But it's been, I would say, it's somewhat of an improvement.
Started off good. What does the last month look like?
But it's still better than what Vince has been doing, in my opinion. That's better, but still.
But they got 6 months. He's got 60 fucking. There's a difference. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. Yeah. It's gonna, and I think it was it the Stone Cold podcast? I think it was the Stone Cold podcast. That's when he said, he was like, I thought I would leave it to my children, but like, he said it kind of smugly, like basically he don't trust them with it.
Exactly.
Which I don't know. He might be onto something. He knows his children more than we do.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows Stephanie is a soft ass businesswoman, or maybe she's too hard that people are gonna be like, okay, deal's done. You know what I mean? Like, could be either or.
Or maybe he said this stuff from the beginning. Like, maybe he wanted them to take over for a bit, and then maybe try to work his way back. Not just like, saying he wants to sell it, but maybe he put them in the position to be like, oh, now here you go. You get to do whatever you want. Do what you can. Let me have some creativity in it. Let me give you advice. Let me give you some, some tips on what to do, or like, let me just pitch some storylines to you so that way you can use them, and then, but you do whatever you want with it. And then I think that's because I said this once before. It's like, I feel like lately, specifically the past month or so, I feel like some storylines aren't Triple H ideas or his creative team ideas. I kind of feel like Vince was involved with that. Call me crazy, but I do feel like Vince was somewhat involved in those storylines. So I kind of feel like he's been back already secretly, but not like employed, like getting paid, if that makes sense. Well, he was just like helping out, like, let me do this, let me do that.
Yeah.
And now he's just working his way back to be like, let me take over, let me now save WWE again. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like might happen or could happen. And then,
but what's crazy is, like, I think if he didn't, like, he would have handed it down a long time ago if he was going to hand it down to them. You know what I mean?
But I think it was just the best time to do it.
Yeah, because also they've been working under him, right?
Yeah.
He's seen them work for years. Like, even in 2003, 2004, when Stephanie was, like, manager of SmackDown, she was also, like, head of talent, something. So, like, he sees the way they work. So maybe he just sees the way they're working. Like,
but that was,
I don't trust
20 years ago?
I don't trust it. No, but that's what I'm saying. She's worked from then till now.
Yeah.
And through that time, still hasn't changed his mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the right call. You know what I mean? This guy's been around for so long. He knows what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
If he thinks his kids, leaving it to his kids or his son-in-law isn't going to work, he ain't going to do it. And I can't fight him on it because I don't have 60 years in the business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you can't really compare, like, his last 5 years to the, like, out of 60, you're just going to compare his last 5 years to what Triple H has with 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's like, it is really hard to compare that.
Yeah. So he's probably just like, yo.
He has more good years than bad years.
Yeah. And he might just say, yo, you know what? Because even recently, the run with 2016, 2017, that SmackDown run was awesome.
Yeah.
2018, I believe that was the year. Was that the Jinder year? 2018?
Yeah, 2017, yeah.
That was cool, I feel like that was dope. That was different. It gave a
great business
vibe.
strategy.
Yeah, so like it fell, but like it was still working recently.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the last couple of years been, and what happens is, I think it's not even Vince. I think it's that even though people don't want to say it, now there's competition. And they see this other guy giving so much freedom and letting the guys do so much that now we see the difference. Before, there was nothing to compare it to.
That is true.
So I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
This is wrestling. This is what we watch.
Yeah. So I think,
Now there's so many alternatives. Even GCW, there's people that order the pay-per-views every weekend.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, I'd rather watch this. There's so many alternatives that now we see, okay, it's not the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And I do, because now that I think about it, it's like since AEW had started, I think
that's when everybody's been like, yo, Vince been losing it a little bit. But it's because we're comparing. For the last 20 years, we haven't had we had Impact for a little bit, but then Impact had the Bischoff and Hogan era. It was like, okay. And I think that's why Vince was never worried, because he saw who was about to step in there. He was like, oh, those two are going to come on Monday nights and go up against me? Okay.
And I'm not saying that AEW has been bad. I love AEW's work. It's just I think he tried to one up everything that they do, but it wasn't the best work that he's been on his side. Yeah. But like again, not every week. Like I feel like he tried to counter everything that they did. Like, oh, they signed this person, we're gonna up this storyline a little bit better than that, than this. Yeah. You know,
but that's on both sides.
But it's like
both
sides.
Trying to
But it's like, so I guess that's what people are focusing on. Like, oh, AEW is doing this well, but WWE's not that good. It's like, I mean, it's just AEW is better. It doesn't mean that, you know, like WWE's bad. The way I look at it too is like, for example,
it's different.
It's just
WWE probably looked at it and said, why are you getting mad? We've been feeding you these storylines since 2011.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden you're mad? And it's just now we have something to compare it to, like WWF in the 90s. Cool, the gimmicks are cool. Now you have another company come in and they're real people. Like, these guys don't like, they're going by their real names. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is something that's real. Then you're getting compared and it's like, WCW's killing it. Vince,
I always compare like WWE versus AEW and like other sports analogies. Like, for example, I'm just throwing a random sports one out here. Like if like LeBron is averaging like 30 points per game, but Kevin Durant is like averaging like 28. Kevin Durant is not doing bad. It's just LeBron's doing better.
Yeah.
You know, by 2 points.
Exactly.
AEW might be doing better. Doesn't mean WWE is trash. It's just not as good as AEW is doing.
Exactly.
So
and might just be for that period, that storyline.
Exactly.
I mean? Because it's not like I'm gonna sit here and be like, yo, AEW is fantastic, 10 out of 10. There's some storylines I watch and I'd be like, yo, this is a WWE storyline.
And vice versa. Exactly. There could be moments where WWE does better than AEW. Doesn't mean AEW is trash. It's just 100%. WWE had to be better during that time.
Yeah.
So people don't understand that. It's like, oh, WWE sucks. I'm like, it's just that storyline was better. You can't.
Exactly.
Not everything is that's better is like outblowing the competition. If that makes sense.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
Definitely understand that. But it's just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It just makes sense for him to come back and sell it.
Yeah.
But he might do a deal that says, okay, because I think, to be honest, I think it's just going to be Fox. I think Fox is going to buy it.
Maybe.
And but I think he's going to be like, buy it, but you got to keep everybody employed.
From what I'm reading.
And even if it is Fox, they would hire Triple H and them back because they've said they have a relationship like that.
Mm-hmm. And from what I'm reading is like, the role that Vince is trying to get back into is not even creative. It's just like a business type position. I don't know what those are called, but like it's a business type job.
Yeah.
Instead of running backstage stuff. If he's away from that, then let the man be. Like he's doing other stuff that's nothing to do with what we're seeing on television.
That might also be it. They might not be doing so good on the business side of things. We're not looking at that. You know what I mean? We're not looking at ticket sales. Well, there are some pages and shit. I'd be like, yo, SmackDown's not sold out tonight. Who gives a fuck? Like, the pay-per-view's not sold out.
Are they supposed to be sold out? Like, are they? Yeah. Like, it's not mandatory to be sold out.
Exactly. Like,
it'd be cool, but it doesn't.
WWE comes to Barclay and MSG to down the block. Would love to go to the show.
Exactly.
I got no money for that. Like, come on.
I got other stuff going on too. I can't get that.
I'm not gonna say the show sucks. It's just like, I don't got the money right now.
And we can watch it from home too.
And is it worth paying $200 to have a trash ass seat? I don't think so. I'll watch it from the comfort of my home.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, we might not be looking at it on the business side. It might be taken. So he's like, I can't leave you on charge because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because they also they have the shareholders, the fucking stock market. You know what I mean? There's so much shit that's just like.
I think at this point is yes, they can put on the best television product that we want to watch every week, and best storylines, big character work. They can the build up Mania could be 10 out of 10. It's just maybe, like you said, like everything you just said, maybe the tickets are being not a lot of tickets are being sold as usual. Maybe they want the stock to go up a little bit, something
maybe
like that.
Maybe the events that they do around the city, the meet and greets and stuff, will
Exactly.
have low attendance.
Exactly.
Like that time that I don't know what happened with that because it said tickets were sold out. Do you remember when? I don't know if it was it Mania that Elias was supposed to do a show.
Sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Remember that? I think it was Mania 35. He was supposed to have a show, and then like the day after was gonna be the Bruce Pritchard podcast there. That's the only reason I knew. But it's sold out.
Did you go to those meet and greets, or did you just go to Mania?
What's up?
Did you just go to the Mania shows, or just like did you go to the past?
No, I just went to Mania. I had no money.
He schemed you in.
Yo, facts. That's a good story. Shout out to Mania, man. Shout out to St. France.
Yeah, shout out to St. France.
But yeah, so maybe like, cause they said it was sold out. I was like, oh shit, like he's doing a show, like, cause he was gonna perform his new album, and I was like, oh
yes, now I remember that. Now I remember that. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the show just went away.
Yeah, they didn't do it. I'm like,
did it really sell out? Did tickets not sell?
Exactly.
Did you overbook the play? You know what I mean? There's so many shit that goes into it that maybe on that side right now, since they've taken over, hasn't been so hot. And he's like, you know why? I gotta at least step in for this.
Exactly.
You gotta at least let me come in and do this.
I think they were focusing like Triple H and Stephanie have been focusing too much on like the actual product we see on television, way too much that they forgot about everything else, the business side of it. Maybe that's why he wanted to go back and only focus on that. And Vince wants to only focus on that part. So it could be like, it could balance out a little bit, Like the products they're doing well, bringing in like the viewers on television and in the stadiums. Maybe they want to push it a little bit more so that way they can draw in more money and do it that way. So maybe that's why I think that Vince wants to come back and eventually work a position there. But I do think that like maybe, I think I agree with that because I haven't really seen much, like stuff like that for outside of WWE. I think they typically do something for the Rumble before then too, kind of like a Mania Pass thing for the Rumble. Yeah. I haven't seen anything regarding San Antonio, like a pre-pass, pre-sale thing.
Yeah, you're right.
It's less than a month, so
like the package, the package.
Maybe they haven't focused a lot on that.
You're right. Yeah.
So I think that's why he's coming back.
Bring Vince back in, man. I changed my mind. Bring him back in. Let him get shit in order. Let him get the money in order, baby.
I know that people backstage don't want him to come back, like backstage role.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
That's so. I don't like the guy. You could say he was an asshole, a dick, a racist, whatever you want to say. All those people back there that are saying they don't want him back, who gave you a fucking shot in that company? Who signed your paychecks? Who probably still signs your paychecks? Because he still owns the fucking company.
Yeah.
That's so foul to say. Like, I saw that article and I was like, yo, that's fucking foul. That's all I want to say about that. I was like, that's so foul. I'm not saying
like I understand why, but it's like,
no, yeah, I understand.
It's like, don't say you don't want him back there. Just say like, just let us do our job, what we're here to do. Yeah. We got this under control.
Push your PR to work. Be like, wouldn't be what's best for business. Doesn't sound like a good business idea. Yeah. Maybe you should stay home. Don't be like, oh, I don't want that fucking guy. I don't need him here. He should. I hate that he's coming back. You know what I mean? Like, you don't say shit like that.
Just try to convince him nicely to stay home.
The guy put food on your table, bro. Exactly. No matter how much of a dick he was. Unless he was a dick to you.
Yeah, unless he actually was.
Stories that come through to the podcast and prove me wrong.
Come through.
Hear some stories.
We just have an open mic session as everyone has come through. Like, he did this to me. He said this. And
be like, fuck Vince. We gotta just have its own series, but like the Chronicles.
This do it. The Ring Fanatics open mic night.
Open mic. What do you want to talk about, man?
Just like a therapy session. Like we just
bring on random ass people. There was one time I was working and Vince just came up to me and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I thought that was super foul. But like I said, maybe he might be coming in for the business side.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And like I said, maybe they're just not doing hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why he's like, this is why I'm trying to sell it. Because y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all proving me right.
Like, who knows? He may just come back for like a couple of months. Then retire again, to get it back in order, to give advice. Maybe just be like,
He
hey, this
might.
is how you do it.
I think he's gonna get it in order and sell it.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure it gets to a level where it's good again.
Yeah.
On the money side, and be like, cool. Who wants to buy this?
Yeah.
Now, who buys it? That's a different story.
Exactly.
Do we get Fox like people were saying? Do we say Disney who owns Fox? So either way, it would be owned by Disney. Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
Would the product change if Disney buys it?
That would be a big question to raise. That's a big question. That's a big one.
Because I know we talk about Vince coming back, but
will it be more PG than what it already is?
Exactly. Are we scared more of Vince coming back or Vince selling it? That's the real question.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. Also, did you see AEW this week?
I did see AEW this week.
What a way to kick off the year. The
nice
ass set. A beautiful set.
A beautiful set. I saw that and I'm like, this feels more... And I'm not knocking their old set, but it feels more professional.
What did it feel to you when you were watching it, when you saw that setup? Because my brother said the same. First thing he said was like, this looks like Raw.
Yes, I understand. It had blue and red colors. So that was
like the setup, like the big screens, the pyro, like the big stage. He was like, this actually looks like
a Raw.
Which I read something that might give us the answer.
Someone worked at WWE that now works at AEW.
That? No, but that was the guy that was supposed to take over for Kevin Dunn, a.k.a. the top person in WWE between the filming and the layout of the show.
I didn't know
WWE kept shooting down his ideas, and he was supposed to take over when Triple H took over. What happened, though, was he left before that could happen. And that's why the intro looks the way it does, the promo packages look the way they do, and now the stage looks the way it does. Because my theory is, this is what the new year of Raw was supposed to look like.
Okay, like this year, 2023?
Like the setup, the setup that this was his idea. Every year. This was his, or maybe close to it, and just moved some stuff around. But I think this is what he pitched to WWE, and they were like, nah.
But it's a nice looking set.
If the story is what it is.
Yeah.
If it's true.
I mean, it looks much nicer. I
love it. I like it.
And it feels different too. There's a different vibe to everything as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I was watching AEW, and it was like there was a point throughout the show where they were like the production's way different. Like they showed the outside of the arena, which they never do.
Bro, I think it's the guy. This is
it's that guy.
We were supposed to get this in WWE, man.
And then because that guy, whoever that guy is, I love that guy. I didn't even know that was supposed to happen. I just found out
when I saw that shot. I said, "This is such," because now WWE does the photos. We're in St. Louis. Photos of places.
Now they showed that thing. I don't know what it's called, but the famous monument that's outside of Seattle, that pointy thingy. Whatever it's called.
I haven't seen the outside of an arena on a wrestling show since like Raw 2012 or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
When they'll be outside and be like, "We're live from MSG," and then
and there's like a statue or something.
Show the street onto the sign of MSG. Yeah. Like I haven't seen that in so long that I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "What?" It felt like I was watching an NBA game. I felt like I was watching an NBA game. I was like, "Wow, this is different."
I was like, that's a way to kick it off. I was like, this is dope.
And on top of that, too, you end the show off with Darby Allin winning the TNT Championship in his hometown. Awesome. Unexpected. Cool. Awesome moment. I loved it, but unexpected. It was pretty cool.
I'm with it, though.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I'm cool with it.
Now, then you also have Nick Wayne come out, which is also unexpected. I was like, shit.
Well, he signed to AEW.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like I thought like he wasn't supposed to make his debut till he was like 18.
Well, he hasn't. They just showed him on. I think he turns 18 this year, so they're kind of like introducing him softly, just to like.
I don't think he's gonna wrestle. No. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna wrestle until he's 18. But I think he's just gonna be like maybe with Darby and Sting.
Yeah, you'll see him next to Darby here and there. You know what I mean? But I think it's like a soft, like, okay, this is Nick Wayne. Like you don't know him yet, but you will.
I think that was a cool introduction. I think they did it fairly like.
And they also mentioned Darby was trained by his father. It was like, okay, so his father is a wrestler.
Like he's known
cool.
Like he was
learning. You're gonna learn about him slowly.
Yeah,
which I think is cool. Awesome.
It was cool, and I think my prediction with that is like I think he might challenge for Darby.
Yeah,
I know
that'll be his intro.
Yeah, I know people will be like, oh, but Darby's not going to lose to an 18-year-old. Maybe that would be a shocker. maybe that'll be the shock of the year. Kind of like how Andretti beat Jericho. I think that would be something cool. Is like, oh, his first match is for the title.
Yeah.
Then
also, if you haven't seen him, look him up on YouTube.
GCW, all of his GCW stuff.
All the GCW stuff. Yeah. Ridiculous.
That's why I'm a fan of it.
And he's killing it right now in the tag team with Jordan Oliver.
I saw that too. Is it Young Dumb and Broke or just their own tag team?
No, I think they're their own tag team now.
It's something completely different. Okay. Because I saw them together. I'm like, wow, they fit well together.
Yeah, I think they've done like the last couple shows doing tag team stuff. Yeah. I was like, whoa. And then they were saying that the one that happened this past weekend is like must see. I just haven't gotten around to seeing it yet.
What show was that? What DCW show was that?
The GCW. Oh, damn. It was in Atlantic City. It was on New Year's Eve. Forgot the name of it. That was the one where Janela fought the dude from AAA.
Vikingo?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So
I remember
that show looks stacked. Like I said, there's so much out there that now you could compare shit.
Yeah.
What was dope, the crowd was hot last night.
Yes.
That was awesome. The tag match had a great reaction to it.
Great reaction.
Shout out to the Acclaim. We didn't talk about this last week. Which way? Wait, hold on. This way. Wait, you gotta turn this the other way. Go the other way. I see you the other way. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. My camera is this way. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we're. I think you're wrong, Nick. But okay. Killed it. What a match. Shout out to the Acclaim with the rap that they did last week to promote it. Shout out to the Twitter war that's happening. That we don't even know if it's real or not.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so either because Karen is, she likes that stuff. She was in the storyline for the Ric Flair last match.
Yeah. So I think she, it didn't feel real to me. I don't know why.
I don't know. The tagging of people was crazy. I was like, you gotta chill with that, homie.
I liked how they included the refs. It was like, oh, Aubrey saw it, and then it was like, yeah, like I don't think they should continue the match, and it's like and then now they have a no holds barred match on Friday on Rampage.
Friday, a 2-hour Rampage.
It's at 1 hour, but then Battle of the Belts.
Yeah, it's a
2-hour Rampage.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
but that was dope. I don't know, man. The new feel is awesome. WWE also had a dope show on Monday.
Oh yeah, of course.
Theory and Rollins. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestle Kingdom. We got Impact tonight going on right now.
Yes, SmackDown
tomorrow. Battle of the Belts and Rampage. Kicking it off.
I think even last SmackDown was pretty good. Good with John Cena coming back. Charlotte returned. The new title change, that was awesome.
Awesome. That was dope. Oh, the title change too was cool. Really felt like an old school tag match.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is dope. I like this.
It gave me like a SmackDown Live. Like that. I don't know, it's not that far away, but like it gave me like a SmackDown Live vibe that night. I don't know why.
Definitely. I feel you on that. Because that was like the last time SmackDown was like popping.
Yeah.
Like it's still, I think the tough part is the Friday part. I think that's why SmackDown doesn't get a lot of love.
It's Friday night. People like I think
right now they're like how they're like families don't do nothing Friday night. You know what I mean?
But if you're like our age, it's like you want to do.
We want to be outside chilling. I'm gonna catch the replay of SmackDown or the highlights. Haven't watched the live SmackDown. Who knows how long?
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
I always catch at the near end or like the beginning of it, and then
and then I'll just scroll through Instagram, or usually I watch it that night. Like I watch the replay of it.
Yeah. But usually I find out what's happening during, and they'll be like, let me just watch the clip they put on Twitter.
Yeah, like it was so much better Tuesday nights or even Thursday nights. It was like, this is so much better.
Yeah.
The Friday night kills it.
Yeah, that is true.
I get it. Begin the week with Raw, end the week with SmackDown, but it's like, I don't want that. I'm cool with not having a show on Friday.
Yeah.
It's all right. You know what I mean? And then sometimes they change the channel because of college football or the World Series was happening. They change the channel. And if you don't have FS1, you're fucked.
And
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of college football, I think college football is like right around the end. So I think we might get Pat McAfee coming back soon.
Yeah.
I hope.
The championship game is Monday.
Yeah.
So
once
that's
that's done,
the replay of Raw.
The replay of Raw.
I'm gonna have to watch the championship game.
I mean, that is true. But I mean, they haven't really announced anything for Raw.
Huh?
They haven't announced anything for Raw anyway, so I'm not really looking forward to that.
Usually they try to go up against it.
Yeah.
But I think they're just like,
But yeah, I think
this is why Vince is like, y'all soft. I gotta come back. I used to put on shows in the college championship game.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even got nothing announced.
Exactly. But then yeah, once after that week, hope we get Pat McAfee at the Rumble
Yeah,
and
yo.
come
I
back
want
at.
him to come out at the Rumble. I
Mhm.
think that would be dope as hell.
It would be funny if he comes out, participate, gets eliminated, and goes straight to commentary.
And just
If
hops in the
that would be
booth.
hilarious. And then just goes to the commentary booth, like I'm back, I'm
Just hops in the
eliminated,
booth like, yo,
and
what's
that's
good?
his return. It's like, but then I think they kind of like I remember hearing an interview Booker T did, and it's like I think Booker T said that he was supposed to finish in December with the
Yeah.
commentary. So
But
that kind of gives me the
now,
vibe that like Wade was supposed to go back to NXT, then Pat comes back.
I think if anything, you put Pat in NXT.
Ooh, I wouldn't
I
as long as
think
as long as he's back in commentary, I would watch any show he's on.
I
Put
think
him on
that
NXT.
that will help the wrestlers.
Yeah.
I think that would help the show.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, I say put him in NXT, even though it would be a step back. Uh, but I think you could do it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like I
Try
think
it
it's
out.
all right.
Try it
Yeah,
out.
why not? Or just send. I don't know. Just get Booker T out of there.
Yeah, just get him out.
Send
That's what I'm saying. Like,
somebody.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they have Pat go back to SmackDown, way back to NXT. I think
Yeah.
Wade and the guy from NXT now is working well together, just like Pat McAfee and Michael Cole do. They have
Yeah.
chemistry, so I think it works out there.
Damn, shout out Michael Cole, man.
Yeah.
What a guy. We had that discussion last week. Shout
Mhm.
out to him. But yeah, McAfee gotta come back, man.
Yeah.
Unless he just says, "Yo, peace. I'm covering the NFL playoffs."
ESPN gave me the bag.
Yeah.
Peace.
Because now they have some games now, right? On ESPN, the playoff games.
I think so.
They might
I know.
They might say, "Big homie, what's up?
Yeah, we need you.
What's your schedule look like?
Yeah.
Here's some money."
Except for January 29th, I'm booked that day.
Yeah,
But
facts.
yeah.
Yo, shout out
Yeah.
to Pat, man.
Yeah. I guess we covered a lot of things already.
Yeah, covered
this
a
week.
lot.
It was a lot. So yeah, as people, if you guys listening to this or watching this on YouTube, probably noticed the different logo in the corner of the screen. We kind of revamped the channel.
I
Yeah,
didn't even see that you did change the logo in the
I
middle.
know. I added the logo, the podcast
Slowly.
logo in the middle of the screen, like right there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then I changed the corner one because it's the branded channel now. We revamped the channel.
Right.
We're doing Fanatic brackets, doing that once a month going forward. It's its own show, so stay tuned for that. We might do one this month with a special guest.
Yes, sir.
So we will announce more about that soon. So yeah, we can wrap it up there. Thank you all for listening to this episode 102 of the podcast. Go ahead, subscribe, and follow us on all platforms. I am Nick. I am with Joel. And we will see you guys for the next episode of the podcast.
Catch you.